to Cupcake Addiction's Rainbow Frosting Swirl tutorial, where I'll be showing you how to achieve this great looking rainbow frosting swirl for on top of your cakes and cupcakes. Tools and equipment that we will be using today: I have my cupcakes. I'm just using some red velvet. We do have a great recipe for those on our channel, so I will leave a link for those in the description box below. I've got a piping bag. I'm just using a disposable one today so that I can show you exactly how I'm putting that frosting in, and I've paired that with a loyal number 15 star tip, but you can use any tip you like. I've got 3 teaspoons and 1 tablespoon. I've got my colours. Now I always like to use yellow, pink and blue when I do this particular type of swirl. I've got some of our perfectly pipeable buttercream frosting. I will leave a link to the recipe for that in the description box below. And I've split it into 3 bowls for our 3 colours. Let's get started. I'm going to take a little bit of that food colouring and just pop it into each of our bowls. So it's going to depend on how much of the frosting you have in each bowl, but for this amount of frosting, just a couple of drops of each colour. Now take your teaspoons, 1 in each bowl, and we're just going to stir that colour through. I do like to get a really nice vibrant colour when I colour these frostings, because I think the whole trick to rainbow is having them really nice and bright. Alright, so once you've got all of your frostings coloured, take a little bit of each colour. So use a couple of teaspoons or a tablespoon, and I'm just going to open up that bag, supporting it with one hand so that I've got a nice open area to pop in my frosting. Take a nice big scoop of that blue, and I'm going to just rest that on, I guess, the bottom side of the bag, and I'm going to use my finger here to scrape the icing off. So we'll put all of that blue frosting in. Once again, nice and open for the bag. Place it in. Now, the trick to these is you want to make sure that all of your frosting is staying in one section of the piping bag. So once you've done your blue, open it up again. We'll get a little bit sticky once that frosting starts getting in there. We'll take our yellow and in just down next to the blue. Now when you're putting it in, make sure that you push it right down so that the yellow and the blue, where the frosting starts, is about the same spot. Scrape it off. And another teaspoon. And then your pink. So with your last colour, you'll want to sort of just lift it up. And you can see there our colours they're sort of touching in the middle. Pop in this pink. Once again, right down as far as you can get with that spoon so that you're pushing that pink all the way down to where your blue and your yellow are going. Like so. Now don't worry if you're getting little flecks of these blue and yellow. That's perfect, because we really do want these colours to sort of mix together. Where the blue and the yellow touch, you'll get a bit of a green, and where the pink and the blue, you'll get a little bit of a purpley colour. So I like to just take it and just sort of give it a couple of little pushes, turn it over, do the same on this side, and that's just going to really mesh it all up inside that bag. Now using your fingers, just push all those colours down into that bag. Taking the bag, you want to give it a nice twist so that we're trapping all that frosting in there and it's not going to come out of the top. And I always do a little test pipe in one of my bowls. So you can see there I've got my blue and my yellow coming out nicely, but we want to make sure that all 3 of those colours are coming out. So as I squeeze it down, you can see pink poking through in the middle. That's ready to go. Taking your cupcake, we're going to do just one of our classic ice cream style swirls. We do have a whole tutorial dedicated to this on our channel, but I'm basically just going to start in the middle and swirl it around. Up nice and high. We'll do that one again. Up nice and high. And for a 3rd time, swirl it around, bring it up nice and high. So you can have a little look there. As you start looking at these colours, see where the blue's touching the pink, you're getting that lovely purpley effect. Over here with the yellow and the blue, you're getting a nice green. So that's a really, really easy way to get a nice rainbow effect on absolutely any colour or flavour cupcake you like. Hope you've enjoyed watching this tutorial as much as we've enjoyed making it for you, and thanks very much for watching.